What are the pros and cons of paid advertising versus organic marketing for digital products, and which one should you do? That is what I'm going to answer in this video. By the way, if you like videos on how to grow your digital product business, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you get notified when I release these new videos. Hey everybody, Dan Henry here, author of Digital Millionaire Secrets and founder of GetClients.com. So let's talk about paid versus organic marketing for your online courses, coaching programs, masterminds, whatever it is that you sell, whatever digital product you sell. By the way, let me know in the comments, do you do paid marketing, organic marketing, or both? Would love to hear from you. So a lot of people say, should I do paid marketing? Should I do organic marketing? And which one's right for me? So the thing with paid marketing versus organic is there's a common misconception about this. A lot of people think that paid marketing costs money, which it does, and organic marketing is free, okay? Well, yes, paid marketing does cost money, but organic marketing is by no means free. Why? Because it takes your time, all right? It takes your time. Whereas paid marketing takes very little time. I can spend money on paid marketing at breakfast and make profit by lunch. Whereas organic marketing takes a long time to get going, or not a long time, just longer, substantially longer than paid. And to scale organic marketing, that takes a long time. So if we're looking at this as a either or, then I would say the pros would be, a pro would be fast for paid, and a pro for organic would be, I'm not going to say free, but I'm going to say no money. Because your time is worth something, right? If you're spending 6 hours a day trying to drum up traffic versus 20 minutes a day spending money on something that's going to drum up traffic, personally, I like to do the I like to do the paid. Okay. Now, a con of this is, yes, it costs money, right? But a con of this is it takes forever, or it at least takes a lot of time. So you might say, all right, Dan, I understand, but I don't have the money, or I understand, but I don't have that much time, or whatever it is. Here is an approach that I'd like to offer you, what I call reverse organic. What is reverse organic? Well, if you're saying to yourself, Dan, I don't have a ton of money to spend on ads, and I'm not very good at ads, and yada, 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 or Dan, I don't want to take forever to grow my company. There are pros and cons to both of these paid and organic methods. However, I would never, ever, and I've sold $13 million of my own digital products, I would never choose just one, ever. I would choose to do reverse organic. What does that mean? So let's say that I spend $100 today on Facebook ads, right? And let's say I get a bunch of people to watch my webinar or to buy my book or whatever it is. And let's say some of those people buy and some of them don't. And so, yeah, I make some money, or maybe I break even or whatever, but I didn't have to put that much time into it. It took 20 minutes to write an ad, upload it to Facebook ads or YouTube ads or whatever, and it's off to the races, right? Now, with organic, here's the thing. If I go out and I do guest blogging, I try to get interviewed on podcasts, I try to grow my Instagram, yada, 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 that's the part that takes forever. Making sales from organic doesn't take very long at all, and that's where reverse organic comes in. So I use paid marketing, spend $100, get some leads, some people buy, some people don't. Now, at the same time, I have a retargeting ad as well as an introductory email that says, hey, I post awesome stuff on my Instagram every day. Make sure to follow me. So let's say somebody sees an ad, watches a webinar, doesn't buy. But as a result, they follow me on Instagram because they get a retargeting ad that says, hey, I noticed you watched my webinar, but how would you like to follow me on Instagram? Swipe up to follow me on Instagram. They see it, they swipe up, they go to my Instagram, they hit follow. Or they get an email that says, hey, thanks for registering for my webinar. Follow me on Instagram if you want more tips. So now what is happening here? Well, I'm getting organic followers on my Instagram, my Facebook, etc., from my efforts with paid. Like for instance, I have about 55,000 followers on my Instagram, and almost 100% of those came from people that got in my world, got in my funnels from paid marketing, and then followed me on organic as a result. They saw an email, they saw a retargeting ad, etc. Now, on my Instagram, I will post content. And from there, I'll say something like, hey, did you guys enjoy this content? If you did, check out this product I have, or book a call, or buy my book, or whatever. So now what happens is, as I post stuff every day, and as I do organic, I'm simply marketing and giving content not to people that I went out and spent tens of thousands of hours trying to grow, but simply the fallout from the paid marketing. The people that came into my world through paid and then followed me as a result. So not only are these people, warmer, but they're my exact audience. Why? Because when you do organic marketing, you do shout outs with Instagram, or you do whatever, you don't know who's following you, right? You don't know. They could be anybody. But if the people following you are people that you targeted specifically, that were interested in your products, then guess what? Not only are you getting essentially free followers or very low cost followers from what you did here, again, reverse organic, but these are your exact customers. They are warm. They are people that are likely to buy, not just 13-year-olds that follow you on Instagram because of some stupid quote you posted. Okay? Think about that. And so now what happens is I put content out on my Instagram, my YouTube channel, whatever. And so people that came into my world here see the content here, they get nurtured, and they buy. So for instance, let's just say that I spent $100,000 in a month on paid advertising and I made $200,000 back. Now you say, well, Dan, that's only a 2-to-1 return, right? You doubled your money. And that's good, but here's the thing. There's another maybe $200,000 to $300,000 in totally free sales from the organic. Because let's say you see an ad, right? And you watch my webinar or whatever, and you go, hey, that's cool, but I don't know. And then you go, well, he asked me to follow him on Instagram. I got an email or I saw an ad that said follow him on Instagram. So all right, I'll follow him. I see some content. Oh, wow, this dude does know what he's talking about. You know what? I'm going to buy his book, right? The link's in his bio. I'm going to buy his book. Or you know what? I'm going to buy his, $497 program. Or you know what? I'm going to book a call, whatever it is. I do it. And now here's the kicker is I'm making sales from people I've already paid for, right? So that sale is free at that point because they already came into the paid traffic. They didn't buy right away. They're out. Instead of not marketing to that person ever again, or giving them like a 30-day email sequence and calling it a day, by getting them on our organic channels as we do our thing, not only do they help grow organically by tagging people, commenting, recommending people, word of mouth, and yes, you do get new followers that way, but they get further and further nurtured and end up buying. And we've tracked this. We've had people that came in, saw an advertisement, and then 3 months later found that they had been following me the whole time on Instagram. Bam! They buy a high-ticket program. Profit. Okay? And that's the thing, is when you do reverse organic, you get the best of both worlds. You get to spend money on ads, make money, and at the same time, those people follow you on organic, and you get virtually 100% profit sales on organic. And then the people on that organic channel help you build. So if you have people following you on Instagram or following you on Facebook or following you on YouTube, right? And you put that stuff out and you build your channels, then they're going to recommend it. For instance, I just got interviewed by Jordan Belfort on his podcast. Now, if I was just running ads and that was it, he probably would have no idea who I am. But because I run ads, use reverse organic to build my organic as a byproduct from my ads, people constantly recommended me, hey, Dan, you should be on this person's podcast. You should be on that person. Hey, Dan, let me tag this person. And through that word of mouth, I end up getting people going, hey, I heard about you from so-and-so. Would you like to come on my podcast? Yeah, come on my podcast. Hey, you did a great job. Hey, I heard you on this person's podcast. You want to come on my podcast? Yeah, sure. Hey, I heard you on that person's podcast and that person's. You did a great job. How would you like to come on Jordan's podcast? See how that happens? It snowballs. But if you try to not spend any money and you just try to build from scratch on organic, you're going to be taking forever. And even if it does work, even if you do it quickly, my God, the amount of hours you're going to spend doing it is insane. And if you say, well, I'll hire an agency to build my organic, you're still spending money. So why don't just do it with paid ads, get the sale now, and then anybody that didn't buy that's on the fence, follow you on organic, helps grow your organic channels for you, becomes more nurtured and more warm, and eventually buys. That, ladies and gentlemen, is reverse organic. I rarely do anything to grow my channels. And I don't have a lot of followers, 50,000 on Instagram as I say this. I think maybe about 50,000 on Facebook, maybe 15 or 20,000 on YouTube, maybe 15,000. And we do, I made $13 million selling my digital products. I don't have millions of followers because the followers I do have were my exact customer avatar, because when I targeted those people on Facebook, I went after the exact type of people I want to sell to, not random people. And those people followed me, and their friends followed me. And that is how you not only build organic through paid using the reverse organic method, but the right followers. Would you rather have 1 million followers where most of them are not going to ever buy from you, or 100,000 followers, or even 10,000 followers of your exact ideal clients that are highly likely to buy from you? That is the power of reverse organic. Thank you guys so much. And don't forget, if you want to learn more about this, grab a copy of my book. I'll leave a link in the description. You can get this book for free. Just pay shipping, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you guys in the next video.